Okay, it looks like we are live. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's here yet, but welcome. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm just checking a couple things really quick. Hopefully the music volume's not too loud. I don't think it should be. This is the level that I normally have it on when I'm doing my videos. Speaking of which, this will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube later on. So yeah. Anyways, welcome. My name is Wizzi. You can also call me Wizzi. And today we are going to be doing a Minecraft Monday live stream. Now, I'm kind of doing this because I didn't really get a chance to actually record a video for today. So I decided, you know what, I've got the chance to be able to do a live stream. So, yeah, here we are. Yeah, anyways, during this live stream, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be actually going on to my Minecraft server that I have. And I'm going to be working on that a bit, so yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I'm not doing my survival series yet. I'm planning on getting back into that for the next episode or next week. But I will post if anything changes on that or if I'm not able to on my Discord. Speaking of which, I should probably post a link to my Discord on in the chat here. So let me do that really quick. So yeah, I was planning on doing this live stream on YouTube, but I was actually not able to do that for whatever reason. So yeah, I'm here on Twitch. I mean, it's been, like I said, it's been a while since I've done a live stream in general, but even on Twitch here, it's been a while. So one moment. I will have a link for my Discord here in a moment. Like I said, I should probably post a link to my channel as well. My computer is not happy with me. I'm doing so much right now. Okay, so this first link's going to be for my Discord. For those of you who would like to join that. And the second link here in a moment is going to be for my YouTube channel. Well, anyways, while I'm waiting for that, I was going to say while I'm waiting for that to load, I can hop onto the server. So what I have been doing, I have been my last video I mentioned about this server, I did a video on this server. And I talked about what I've been doing. And so this is actually going to be what I'm going to be working on, is what I kind of mentioned last episode. So, yeah. Okay, so Wizzi 0 YouTube channel. There we go. Okay, so that is obviously for my YouTube channel, which, like I said, this is going to be posted to later on. It probably won't go a lot up on to YouTube until quite late, because typically I record this in 4K, although I don't know about the stream if it's in 4K or not. Let me see. Is this in 4K? 2160 it looks like it is the video quality for the stream, which is still pretty good. So yeah, anyways, let's get into it. So what I've been working on my server here, and by the way, if you want to join my server, I do have a section in my Discord there for details about the server here. But yeah, anyways, I've been extending, for those of you who don't know, my server here, I have a subway system, and in fact, this is the current map of the subway system. So what I'm working on right now is this yellow line here. I'm actually expanding it. So one thing I did was I permanently closed the Swamp City Central Station. Game's gonna be a little laggy, I think, because I'm streaming. Let me see if I can bring... That does not need to be that high up. Or, I don't know why it was at 32 chunks. That's a little bit better. Still a little laggy, but yeah, anyway. So I permanently closed Swamp City Central here. This station. Because these three stations were all really close to one another, so there's really no need for this, and plus this area is not very... Well, there's really not much there at this point, so most of these stations, well, I mean, a few of them, there is a few things there, but some of these places, especially up along this line and Forest Edge here, there's really not much going on. So there was really no need for three stations here. But what I've been doing is I've built 5 new stations here, and we're actually at one of them. And this station right now is unnamed. This station and the next station is currently unnamed. So I may need some help with naming these 2 stations. But anyways, let me go up and out, show you where these stations are. And if you haven't seen my Discord, I have actually posted basically like a rough draft of the new subway map. In fact, I could probably bring that up really quick. Okay, so that is not the correct screen. That's not the correct screen. This is the correct screen, and I don't know why. It's, you know, it's fine. We can do this. Okay, so let's close this folder. So here is the new map, basically. These are the new stations that I've built. You can see I've removed Swamp City Central on the map here. So yeah, I've got 3 stations that have been named, and these 2 stations have not been named yet. And right now we're currently at this station here, which is right here. The second unnamed station you can see off in the distance right up here. This one is unnamed. I may have to bring the, change the video settings a little bit more here. Let's drop these down, at least that down to maybe 8. Change the render distance to 12. Yeah, we'll try that for now. That's a little bit better. So this one's actually kind of hidden, but this is the first one that's actually named. So if we go back to... Oh shoot, I need to do this. So here we go. Sorry about that. So this station here is the first one that's named. Actually, I wonder, can I do... Let's do this. Photos. That's not showing up on here for whatever reason. Actually, because I think that's for sound. Uno momento while I'm trying to get this set up. So display capture. No, not display capture. Window capture. That's it. Photos. No? Bear with me one moment. Wouldn't be game capture. We can try it, but I'm pretty sure... No? Well, I'm not sure. I know I can do another way here. Pictures. Someone's trying to call me, but it's not anybody I need to talk to, so... There we go, there we go. Okay. Perfect. So here is the map. And I can actually resize this. So right now, I don't know if you can see my cursor or not. Probably not. But anyways, we're at Savannah Town right here. As you can see, if we get closer here, Savannah Town. So if I go back because I didn't have the screen size set correctly, this is the second unnamed station, and the one that we started at the beginning of the live stream was up here. And so the next station going this way will be the first one that's already been existed basically, and that would be Plainsville, as you can see on the map there. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. But anyways, let's go up. I'll take this off for the moment. So we've got these two unnamed stations. We've got Savannah Town, which was right here, like I said, a little bit hidden. Next one is actually going to be Savannah Island, which is over here. And then from here, the next one is going to be Mushroom Island. And that is the last stop on this new expansion. In fact, you can see the tunnel right there for the for the system. So this one's kind of a weird looking station entrance, but yeah, anyways, this one's Mushroom Island. So if we go in, I basically have a few of these stations complete. And one thing I'm doing as well, it was a project I was working on, actually before I started this, and that's these signals here. So basically how these signals work is, before I had just redstone lamps like this for signals, and if you guys seen some of my older videos, you'll have seen those signals. But I'm replacing them with these signs, and these signs are actually like 3 phase signals. So you have green right now. If I place a minecart up here, you can see this one's going to turn red. So that's turned red. And this one back here is going to be yellow. So if I place a minecart here, it's going to turn red. Oops, and I did not mean to delete that. If I get rid of this, that's going to turn green, and this one's going to be green as well. So another thing I've been working on is, before you had to press a button basically to get going from the stations, I've eliminated the need to do that. So basically, if you're above these tracks here, or the powered rails, and this signal is either green or yellow, these will power. But if I place a minecart here and it turns red, you can see this will not get power. So basically it removes the need to have to press a button. And not only that, but one thing I've done now is I've made it so the minecarts will automatically basically disappear if you get far enough away from them. So basically I have a radius of going from like here, this block here, to this block here, and up to these blocks here. And basically if you're up here, it will disappear. But if you get out of this basically zone, as you can call it, you can see the minecart will disappear. So I've done that. That's one thing I'm implementing at all these stations now as well. And I figured, since I'm building this new expansion, I might as well build it with these new features already implemented. So if we take a quick ride down this track here, one thing I typically do have on these systems as well is I have an announcement. I have not implemented that yet. I will be doing that at some point, but I think I'm going to upgrade all the signals and everything, and then once I get that done, I will, or at least once I get this expansion done, I will then implement the audio or the announcements. But for now, on this new branch here, there's not any announcements. So I've got this station that we just left is completely done. I mean, I can technically open these stations up already, but I'm gonna wait till I finish this extension before I do that. So let's see, how many people do we have watching? It looks like there were 3 before. Now we have like 5 people watching, it looks like. So welcome. If you were not here earlier, I do have 2 links in the chat. First link is for my Discord, and on that it will automatically post when videos go up. And also I have links to my server here if you would like to join. And then the second link is for my YouTube channel, which this will end up going up onto. So this is Savannah Islands, the second station. And then if we continue on, we will then go to get to Savannah Town. And then after that, once again, the next two stations have not been named yet. And I may need help with naming those. What I may do is I may post a thing onto my Discord for these next two stations, well, after Savannah Town, on what those stations should be called. So this next station, once again, is Savannah Town. And you'll see this station is actually going to be a little bit different than the other stations we've been at already. So if we get out of the minecart here, once again, that will disappear. You can see we have this section here. And then over on this side, over here, we have another one over here. Basically, what these are going to be for, they're going to be express platforms, basically. But as you can see in the signs here, I don't have them labeled right now because, as you can see, obviously they have not been built. I'm working on just the local tracks right now, and the local, basically, if we go to this map for a second, this is the old map. Once again, if I bring the new map up, this is the new map, or basically a rough idea of what the new map is going to look like. So, but looking at this, you can see here where these dots are inside the white dots. Those signify express stations. So local stations stop at every single stop. Express only stops at the ones that have these dots. So the blue line here, you can see Express does not stop at Towering Heights North or Winterhold. And on the purple line here, the B branch does not have any express, but this A branch does. The express stops are Winter Tundra, Mystic City, and Route 3 Seaport. So it bypasses Grassy Plains Airport and Watertown. Orange line actually does have an express. I don't have it on here for whatever reason. But the two express stops are Towering Heights North and Route M3. Atlantis is just a local station. So yeah, so this station, like I said, this is going to have both express and local. And as of right now, if I bring this other map back up, let me enlarge this a little bit more. Let's bring it more in the middle here. So, I know you can't really see my cursor, but Mushroom Island, Savannah Islands, those are going to be two local stations only. Savannah Town is going to be the first express station. These two unnamed stops are not going to be, they're going to be local only. Plainsville will be express, and then Swamp City West will be express. So Swamp City East will be local. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the yellow line here. And as you can see on this map, the yellow line is now going to be basically the largest line, other than the purple, but the purple has like 2 branches. But as far as like actual stops, number of stops, the yellow line is going to have the most with 8 stations. So let's take that back off now. But yeah, anyways, so let's take a ride further out. So this next station is going to be unnamed station, basically 1 or 2, whatever. So from here, or from this one, I think I get the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got everything between this unnamed station and the next unnamed station complete. That's just from the second unnamed station to Plainsville that you could see on the map there. That hasn't been finished yet. But we'll find out here in a moment. Yeah, these are green, so yeah, I have completed them. And then we're going to continue on and get to where I was working at before. So this part, I mean, the tunnel I had completed, but this part I finished yesterday with the signals and the powered rails and the rails and everything. Lights. Wait, no, I'm going the wrong way. How did I get turned around? Well, anyways, let me fly back this way. I somehow get turned around. I think when I was viewing one of those other stations, that's when I get turned around, but whatever. Up the stairs. Yeah, see, our Mushroom Island. This is the only section here that's underwater that has the glass like that, so that's how I knew I was going the wrong way. So we've got Savannah Island. Savannah Town over here. I kind of like this entrance because it's kind of like hidden in a way. This one is the first unnamed station. And this is the second unnamed station. And this is where we started the episode off at. So we're gonna go hop in, or not really hop in, but go into here really quick. This station I just finished building yesterday. Once again. Yeah, so I do have these parts. Well, actually, I don't have the signals working yet. So that's one thing we're going to work on in this live stream. You'll get to see me work my red or command block magic. But basically going from here on, the signals are working. So we will start. I think I got these all set, right? No? No. Okay, well, let's do this first. I don't like how laggy this is, but whatever. So these are the basically command blocks for the system that I showed off with the starting up the powered rail basically if you're standing above it. And then the other ones are for basically removing the minecart from the tracks. So what I am going to do is I'm going to open up a notepad, and what I might do as well, let me see if I can do this. So window capture, notepad. So let's do this. I'm gonna make it so I don't need it this big. Hopefully you guys can read that okay. Let me make the font maybe a little bit bigger. How's that? Can you guys see that okay? Okay, so typically what I'll do is I will type my commands in the notepad, and then I will basically place them into, or copy them into the command blocks. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do these two commands first, which will basically allow these to activate if you're standing above it. So I think is this the station where I did this? Let me see. So inbound. No, is that not that signal? Okay, I'm activating a different one. So let me... Oh, one moment. Okay, so this is the inbound side. F3. So this is 439,973. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually setting up commands on, or basically hotkeys or whatever, on my Stream Deck that I have here to be able to set these signals to the different various colors. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so let's test that. There we go. Okay, so that side works. Let's do this side now. So this is 381, 39, 977. And then this one. Okay, so green, yellow, red. Okay, perfect. And that way I can test these, because I don't have, especially for this direction, I don't have the signal set up to be able to change the sign. This side I do, but it's just easier to kind of test these with the just press of a button on my Stream Deck. So we will do this side first. So the command is going to be, let me lock that. So execute if I can't remember if it was the I think it's entity first. Yes, entity at E. Type is player. X right here is 389. Y is 37. Z is -974. What I'm gonna do word wrap. And then this is going to be DX, which is +3. So you can see 389, 390, 91, 92. So that's positive 3. So dx is 3, and then I always do dy is 1. And then what I typically do as well is, that way I can kind of visualize this a little bit better. Let me actually move this over like this. Okay. And then unless data for the block, which will be this sign up here. So once again, the coordinates of this block is 400, 39, negative 973, and then we are going to be doing these sort of brackets here. And then for this, you can see we're looking at, actually I don't know if you can see it here, I don't think so, but this is the front of the sign, and this is the rear of the sign, or back of the sign. So we want to do front text, and then we do these brackets as well, color, and then you have quotes here, and then red. So basically this is saying test for an entity type player basically standing above these powered rail, essentially. If a player is standing above this, or basically activate the command block, unless this sign is red, or the text for this sign is red. So that's basically all the command is for this. So if I put this in, it's repeat and always active. So you can see it's green right now, and because it's green and not red, it's basically gonna just activate if there's a player above this powered rail. So once I step on top of this, this will basically activate, which it does. And so this is where I like to test this. So now I will set the signal to red. So if I stand above this, it will not activate. And you can see it does not activate. If I set it to yellow, it should activate. I stand above it, it does indeed activate. Turn it back to red, does not activate. Green, it activates. So that is working as it should. Now we will do this side. And basically I will not delete this because it's the same command, but all I have to do is change the coordinates. So instead of 389, it will now be 392, 37, negative 976, and the dx is actually going to be negative 3 because we are facing the opposite direction we did over here. So you can see 392, 391, 390, 389. So negative 3, dy is the same. And then now we just have to change the coordinates for the sign. So that is 381. And then 39 is always going to be the same because it's on the same level, y level. The z is going to be negative 3, or 977. And then that is the command for this one. So if we place this into here, repeat, always active. It's currently red, so it will not activate. If I change it to green, you can see it activates. Red does not activate. Yellow, it activates. Red once again does not activate. And then green activates. I'm going to set this signal for red for now. And actually, this is a good opportunity to test this sign, or show you this sign as well. So if it's green, this will go green. If it's red, this is yellow. If that's yellow, this is green. So if that's either green or yellow, this one's going to be green. If that's red, this one's yellow. And if there's a minecart in this area, then this is going to be red. Okay, so the reason why I want to set this signal for red for now is because these signals are not yet working. Whereas this one, I'm leaving green because those signals are indeed working. Although this line is still currently closed. Doesn't really matter, but yeah, anyways. So now the next command I'm going to be working on, or commands rather, I'm going to delete that. So this is the one that will basically remove the minecarts from the tracks here if I leave that zone I was talking about. So basically what I will do is I will go here. This is 3, I always do it 3 away from the end of the powered rail, so 1, 2, 3. And then this block we will do execute if entity at E, type is player. Actually, no. First, what I want to do is we will do minecart. Minecart. So test if there's a minecart on the powered rails here. So X, I always do this first. Y is 37. Z, DX. Okay, so X is 392. Y, Z is negative 974. DZ is 3, and then this should be negative, correct? 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's negative. Okay, so negative 3. And then we'll do another if statement, and this will test for the player. If entity at E, type player, X, Y, Z, and then we're going to do all 3 distance ones, so DX, DY, DZ. So Y is 37, X is 395, Z is negative 974. So DX, which is this direction, it's actually 9, but we'll count it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once again, 3 from here, so that is 9, and it's negative. We saw it because it's the same direction as we did for this. So negative 9. I always do Y equals 2, and then DZ is going to be off this direction. So 1, 2, 3, and it was going from negative 974 to 971, so that is positive 3. And then we will do one more. Actually, no, this will be unless entity. So basically, unless there's an entity in this zone, then do not activate it until basically that player is no longer in that zone. Let me clear the chat here. There we go. Okay, so, and that is basically it for, and that will be put into this command block, but I'm going to wait to do that in a second. Because now I'm going to do the second command, which will basically remove minecart that's in this zone, which is essentially this. So we can copy that, go down to here, do kill that, and that's it. So the first command, this command, is going to go into this command block, and we're going to do repeat always active. And this one is going to stay as impulse and needs redstone. So basically it won't activate until this command block says to activate. And this is the one that will kill the command. Actually, I probably don't even need to do that. I could probably do like something like this, like run, and then do that. So I would only need one command block, but I just find it easier to do it this way. And that's it. So, and then we will go over to this side. So this is going to be 389, which is the same down here. 976, well, negative 976. And because we're doing the opposite direction, these will become positive, and this will become negative. That's positive. And then now we will go to here. So 386, negative 976, and that is it. Okay, so we place this one into this command block, and this second one into this command block. I probably don't even need this tall. There we go. Okay, so, and now we can test it out. And how I typically test it out is I will place a minecart down, walk back this way, it disappears, place one down here, and I'm doing it in each section, or each spot, just to test whether it will work. So if I place one like right here and walk back, you can see it won't delete because it's not one of the blocks that I basically assigned it to. So we'll place one there, walk this way, it goes away. Place one there, walk this way, it will go away, and then basically do this, jump right here, it will go away. Now I can do this side, same thing. And then jump here, and it's gone. So those are done. So this station is now complete as far as those go. And now we will do the signals here. So I actually am going to bring this down a little bit more again. We're going to get rid of these commands. Let's clear the chat here, F3D. There we go. Okay, let's see. How many people are watching? We've still got 5, it looks like. Okay, hopefully you are all enjoying so far. And if anyone is watching this on YouTube after the fact, hopefully you are enjoying this as well. If you are, please make sure you leave a thumbs up. But yeah, anyways, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to clear this out. I only place it onto the sides, basically next to the stations here. And I will clear more out as I need to. So we're going to place a command block here. This command block is going to test if there is a minecart between here and here. So if there's a minecart in that area, this will activate. So we'll do this. Place a block here with a redstone torch there, repeater there, redstone dust, and then we'll explain all of this here in a moment and what this will do. And basically it will have the same layout at every single signal, except for the rest of them are going to be under here. Okay, now I will place command blocks there, there, and then here. And then I will fill that back in and do that. Okay, so the first command we are going to do is we're going to test for a minecart in this section. So we're going to do execute if entity at E type is minecart X, Y, Z, DX. Okay, so this block here, let's get the F3 up again. I hate how you can't do the F3 if you have the chat open, which is kind of silly. Or the chat bar, rather. So the Y is always going to be 37. Well, at least right now in this instance, always 37. So, 381. Z is negative 976. And then DX we're going to count this out really quick. So I'm going to get rid of the F3 for a moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Actually, you know, there's a better way to do this. So this is 345. Actually, technically, we can do this. So 346, 381. So okay, so let's do this. Calculator. I'll just place this right here. So we're gonna do, I said it was 381 to 346. So 381, 346 is 35 blocks. So that's the DX. And it was going down, so that means it's negative 35. Okay, so we don't need the calculator now. So that is the first command. The second command, which I'm going to do, is going to be for this block and then these two blocks. And basically what these three blocks are going to do is it's going to set this signal. So basically, if this is active, you can see right now it's not active, so that means it's powering this section here. If this becomes active, then it will turn this redstone torch off. So if I do this for an example, place a... So let's say this is the command block, right? So right now there's no minecart here, right? So basically it's saying, okay, so no minecart here, so let's go through this. If there is a minecart here, this will activate, this deactivates the redstone torch, which deactivates this section, and you can see it activates this command block. So basically what this command block will do is it will set this signal red. And that will explain the other two here in a moment. So let's place this back here. So in order to set this signal red, what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to do data merge block 38139 negative 977, and then we're gonna do the brackets again like we did before, front text, and then the brackets again, color, and then like that. And I'm gonna leave that blank for the moment because I'm going to copy this into each of the command blocks, and then I will paste in the text red, yellow, and green, which I actually have on my Stream Deck to be able to do that, and it will actually press enter after I do that as well, so it will go out of the command block after I place them in. And the third set of commands is for these three blocks right here. And basically what these three blocks are going to be doing is it's going to be testing to see the state of the next signal, which is this one right here. So if this signal is red, for instance, this block is going to test for red, this one's going to test for yellow, this one's going to test for green. So if that signal is red, which will be this one, it will actually test whether the signals are red, and if, basically, unless there is a minecart in this section, which is like what we have here, but instead of if, it's unless. And basically, the reason for that is because we don't want these to activate if there is a minecart in the tracks here, because even though there's going to be no power to these are still going to be activated. Which is kind of funky, but even though there's no redstone going into these, because basically we're going to do needs redstone, but we're going to do repeat. It's still going to be activated. So basically, we don't want it to set the signals either yellow or green. If there's a minecart here, we want it to do just this command block, which is red. So we will have two sections. So the first one, or two parts for this next command. So execute if data block, and that is going to be testing for this signal here. So if we run down to here, we're going to do data block 34539 -977, and then the brackets here. We're basically gonna, in fact, I can just copy this. So there we go. Now we're testing for this block, and then we're gonna do unless, and then we can copy this. So that is the commands for these blocks here. And that is everything we need for basically this signal. So let's get rid of the F3. I don't need the dirt. I'm gonna put the minecart there. So first things first, we're gonna do, or put this block, or this command into this command block. Repeat always active. Now we will do the set the colors basically. So this one is red. So place that down and then red. These are gonna stay impulse needs redstone. Same with these two. So we're gonna do paste yellow, paste green. So you can see we're green, yellow, red. Okay, now we're going to copy this command and we're going to place these in these ones. And for what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to make these chain. And later on, when I get ready to test these, or once I put all of these command blocks in, I'm going to change these to repeat. But for now, like I said, we're going to keep it as chain. And then that's going to be red. Paste. Make that chain. Yellow. And you can see the commands being entered through here in the command, or the chat here. Paste. Green. Oh, I didn't make it chain. There we go. Okay, so, and basically this one is all set. So now we're going to go up here and do the same thing. In fact, what I'm going to do, before I even place the commands in, I'm going to set up the command blocks and redstone for all of these signals going to the next station. And then on the other side, we're going to do that first. Because there's been a few times where I've been doing this and I accidentally skipped a signal and then I basically had to redo them. So it's just easier to place all the blocks down first, and that way I can tell whether I've done it or not. So once again, these ones are going to be placed underneath here, and basically what this is going to do as well is this torch here is going to either activate or deactivate the powered rail just or for the signal. So if we go back here for a second, grab my minecart, so you can see we have this powered rail just before this signal here. If this signal goes red, the powered rail deactivates. So it's linked up. So basically I have, well, this is basically just the execute if here. All the commands for this one are behind the wall here. But the next signal, if I go back to this one, you can see this one has them underneath here, like so. So let's go back to this. And I just find it easier to place the blocks down first and everything as well, because it kind of makes it a little bit quicker as well doing this. So place command block there. Okay, so that's that one. Now we're going to move over to this one, do the same thing. I tell you what, having these command blocks is so nice. There is so much you can do with these command blocks. Place the command block there. Okay, so this one is going to be a little different. It's basically the same idea, but instead of just having the one command block here, we're going to have two command blocks coming into here. Because this one is coming around a corner. So one is going to test for this little section here, and then the other one is going to test for this section here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a redstone there, redstone here. I'm going to do repeaters, and then comparators. The reason why I have the repeaters is because if I just have the comparators, it's only going to activate the one redstone, or basically power the one redstone just in front of it at level 1. Whereas the repeaters basically make this 15, that one's going to be 14, that's going to be 15, 14, 13, so on and so forth. So we want the two command blocks there. And they're basically the same command, it's just instead of DX for one, the other one's going to be DY or DZ instead because you're changing directions. But like I said, the rest of this is all the same. Place a command block there. Okay, command blocks there, there, there. Okay, we're gonna do that. And then we go up to this one. And this one only needs the one because there's a signal there. So it doesn't have to go around a corner. Or it's not testing around a corner, rather. So we're currently an hour in the live stream. I think what I'm going to do is once I get this, or these done, I will end the live stream. And basically, once I get going here, like I said, this basically ends up being fairly quick. And I will show you guys how I test this. So because this one's basically around a right turn corner, or right hand corner, I'm gonna actually do it like how I do the other when I'm at stations. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. This is gonna test just for the... Actually, I can do it like this, like I normally would do here. So that's going to be testing for the minecarts, and then we're going to basically empty out the side of... clear out basically inside the wall here to put the rest of the signals in, or command blocks rather. We're basically building this almost backwards. But you can see I'm basically building it the same way, I'm just kind of building it in reverse order. Actually, yeah, that goes there. Dust goes there. Actually, no, this is going to be like this. Okay, so that's that one. You can see we're almost to this next station. I think I'm only going to do this one side first, and then end the live stream there. I'll do the other one off camera, basically. Or the other side, rather. But this basically gives you an idea of basically what I've been working on. I mean, we can kind of work on that section a little bit, I guess, after doing this. Show you how I build these systems, basically. Although the tunnels are already complete, so I'm basically not going to show any of that. But yeah, show you how I basically finish the tunnel, because right now you can see I have everything in place here for the most part, but once we get over to here, there's nothing. It's just basically a core, essentially. There's no lamps, nothing. Not like down here. Yeah, I did. Okay. Accidentally clicked on the repeater instead of placing a command block down. And this one, it's just this. And the rest goes behind here. Comparator. Now you may have noticed that when I did the command blocks underneath here, I had actually set the repeater all the way like this. The reason for that is so a delay, it's basically a delay, so when you're coming into the station, it doesn't activate before you get stopped and keep you moving. So basically that delay is just enough to be able to get you to stop, and then once you come to a complete stop, it will activate. So you're not just coming in and then continuing through without stopping. Because you kind of want to stop in case you want to get off there. Okay, that's all set. So now, one thing I'm going to do really quick is actually I'll do that after. We'll go through this. So this one's already done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go from here. So this and this is the same. So what we're going to do is 345. And then it will stay negative 976 for now because, I mean, you're going only one direction here. And the Z is going to stay the same, the X is not. What we're going to do is we're going to bring the calculator back up again. So 345 to 314. So 345, 314, there's 31 blocks. So 31. And since we're right here, we're going to make this, well, this is going to be 345 as well because it's the same. I have it in line with this, so 345, 345. Just makes it a little bit easier that way. And then this one is going to be 313. 313 there. And that's it, basically, for updating this. So now I can just copy these commands into these blocks. Paste. Red, paste, yellow, paste, green, and then we'll copy this one, chain, paste, over to here, red, chain, paste, yellow, chain, paste, green. Okay, and then we go up to here. So these ones, because we know the next signal, or the distant, or what the X is at the next signal, we can just take this, which is next signal, and obviously you can see here 313. So we make these 313 now. And then this should, well, actually this, is this still going to be 31? Let's see. So 313 to 282. 313, 282 is 31, yes. So we don't have to change the X, DX this time. This is 281 to do that, and then we're all set to copy these in. So copy, repeat, always active. And now we do this one. So you can kind of see how I start getting into a groove, and this becomes a little bit quicker. So then we copy this. Almost forgot to make that one chain. I don't really need to make it a chain, but I just find it easier to do that. That way I know I've kind of done those. So now this one, you can count this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's bring this down for a moment. So DX is 4. We're gonna copy this, do this. Its next side's gonna be D or DZ. So we'll do that. And then same thing here, -4. Copy, copy, paste. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna remove this. So once I get this down, I can just copy it down to here. So 227, or 277 rather. 975, and then we are gonna go, so we are counting basically down, so it's gonna be positive. So 975. Wait, weren't these supposed to be positive? No, this is negative. Okay, so that was correct. But this is positive. So 975 to 947. 975 to 947. Hello, Epic Cow. Thanks for joining the server. Oh, we got Golden Bayet as well. Hello. If you're watching the stream, hello. I'll just type hello in the chat anyways. Yes. Hello. Welcome. Oh, so what should I say? This is my own Minecraft server. Oh, you do here. Okay, so yeah, yeah, welcome. Glad you could join in. If you want to check around the map, go right ahead. I do, I think, have a welcome center nearby where you spawned in. So there should be, I think, some books that you can check out, whatever. They should have a few rules in them, whatever. But, oh, thank you. Yeah, I've actually, so this server I started back in 2012, so I've had this server up and running for a long time. So most of the buildings I did make myself. A few other parts of the map, there were other people that made stuff. Yeah, no, like I said, 2012 to now, it's been a long time. So I build over time. Yeah, no, I don't want this song playing yet. This is my outro song. We're gonna loop this. But yeah, thank you. Like I said, long time coming. I usually hop on every so often once I get new ideas and if I want to build. I'll build, basically. But yeah, like I mentioned on the stream here, this is the current project I've been working on, is a subway system. You want me to TP you guys to me? Sure. TP... Welcome. So yeah, like I said, this is my current project. It's quite the project. Started this project. Yeah, it may seem a little complicated, but once you get the gist of how it works, I mean, it's not too bad actually. So yeah, like if I go back this way a little bit, to this previous section, you can see basically how it works. So if I go to like this signal here, uncover this, you can see basically this is the same thing as what I'm currently working on down further. Well, glad you could stop in. Yeah, thank you. I do have other videos of basically me working on this, or older videos of me working on these, basically this server on my YouTube channel. Once again, link to that is in the description below. Or not description. If you're actually no, in the chat basically. So yeah, we were at this one here. Okay, so we're working on the corner here. And once again, thanks for joining the live stream. Like I said, hopefully you all are enjoying this so far. I know it's quite a bit. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to work on this later on. We're going to go basically down to this section here. And basically I'll show you how I basically do these parts. So I'm going to place redstone torches down on these pillars here. And I'm going to do it on every other one. Basically just to indicate, basically that's where I'm going to place the lamps here. And just to kind of measure it out to see if it will work. Because sometimes I may have to adjust it by like one or two pillars, or a pillar. But this section should be fine, because this is actually getting in towards where I get to Plainsville, which I showed I think on the map earlier. So let me get rid of the calculator and notepad on the screen here. Clear the chat there. Don't need the F3 up either. So, because we're not doing anything with the coordinates right yet. And I think one thing too is after I do this, I will kind of showcase the rest of the server briefly. I've kind of done that in previous videos, but I think I will just showcase that really quick. This won't take too long. Oh, welcome back. Okay, so that's... yeah, I'd say that looks good, so... yeah, I do have backups of the server, though, if something like that does happen. But generally, I don't really have any issues with people randomly joining the server. I've thought about doing a waitlist before, but like I said, this isn't a very hopping server, so... really the only way to find the, my server is basically by the Discord. But thanks for the suggestion, though. So we will place, so basically that's how what I do here. And then once I get that done, I will kind of go back through and basically remove these torches, and I will place down, so basically like this, I will remove every other torch here or whatever, and place down powered rails. So I'd already removed that one. So basically the powered rails are every other lamp. So you got the lamps, which are every other pillar. The redstone, or the powered rail, is every other lamp. And then from there, I will generally do the signals every other powered rail. So basically, like, this powered rail will not have a signal. This powered rail will, so I could place like a detector rail here. And then I have this that I can just place like that. And I already have this basically with the blank signal. And basically I'll put these are basically identifying markers of the signal, and I will place these on the back of these signals later on. But that's basically how I do this, and then from there I basically fill the rest in with just regular rails, like so. And obviously the powered rails that are not going to be impacted by the signals, I can just go down into here. Put a lever down and power that on, like so. So that's basically how I finish the tunnels. And then of course, to really finish them off, it's mostly with the signals. I'll do like what I'm doing back here. And that's basically it for the system, how it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way. We're going to go over to Plainsville. And I will kind of showcase, because I do have the announcements working from here. And if I break this wall, you can see this is where it's going to connect up with the existing yellow line. And these are the express platforms, but they're currently closed because there's no other express stations to go to other than Swamp Study Central. But once again, I deleted that, or not really deleted, but I closed that station. So we'll go up into here. We're going to take the blue line, and from here, if we take a look at the map, the rest of the system is going to stay the same. So from here, we're at Plainsville right now. The next station is going to be Towering Heights North. And that is basically the main city of the map, or of the server rather, and that's the oldest.
Blue Line, local, train to Greenville Flats. The next stop is Towering Heights North.
So you might have just barely been able to hear that, but that was the announcement telling me that this is a Blue Line outbound? I think it was an outbound train. To Greenville Flats. Next station is Towering Heights North. And then once we approach Towering Heights North, it will basically say, now approaching Towering Heights North. And if there is a transfer to another line there, it will say, transfer here for, and I believe Towering Heights North, you can transfer for the orange line. So it will say, transfer here for the orange line, or whatever. So that's the announcement system that I currently have set up. Once again, I've got to set that up for the yellow line extension. But what I'm going to do now is basically I'm going to showcase the rest of the server before I end the live stream. We've been going for exactly an hour and a half now. Oh, and I do have these branches here, and you'll see this going. In fact, because I did not signal or select that I wanted the express, and you can actually see the old signals here. Since I did not designate that I wanted to go to the express line, we were basically sent to the local line, and this one is Towering Heights North. If I wanted to go express, next station would have been Towering Heights South. It actually did not do the announcement for here, but that's fine. So yeah, let's go up here. So I actually recently redid this station. Well, I'd say a couple months ago I redid this station. So yeah, this is the orange line here. So this, once again, goes towards Route M3. If I stayed on the blue line, we would have gone down this way. But we'll go out of this station. And like I said, this is going to come out into the main city. And for the two of you that were on here recently, basically you were probably started, I'm sure it probably didn't start you in there, it probably started you right about here. But yeah, no, this is the main city, Towering Heights. So that walkway there, that path actually leads back to Plainsville where we just came from. I do have basically paths throughout the entire map. In fact, speaking of map, but yeah, this is, like I said, Towering Heights. So I do have a map over here, which generally, or is basically of the entire map. So Plainsville is right up here. This isn't exactly up to date, but I was basically working off this direction of this map here. So you can see we're right here, and this is definitely not up to date. You can tell by looking at that. There's a lot more buildings here that aren't actually on here. But this shows you the scale of this server. So basically you have all these other towns, and basically the subway system connects to every single one of these towns. So the south end of the blue line connects down to here, and it goes all the way up this way to Towering Heights, up to there. Purple line basically starts from like here and here, because there's two branches, and kind of works its way west past here. This city here, which is not up to date on the map either, is the second main city of the map, and that is Mystic City. But yeah, anyways, so I'm not going to show every part of the map. If you do want to explore more of the map, once again, you can join the server from my Discord here. I do have what I call teleport centers. They used to be more prevalent in more of the cities, but what I did was I kind of removed them in favor more of the subway because of just how complex and how much I work on these subway systems. I want to kind of get more use out of them, although no one really joins the server at all, but whatever. But I do have basically this teleport center which goes to more of the main cities. So if we go into here, and some of the locations on the map that do not have, or they're more rural or whatever, or may not have subway stations. Actually, I think all of these do, except for this one. That one does not have a subway station. The River Shed, I think that's not even properly in the map. Most of these do have subway stations to them, but there used to be a lot more stations here. But basically, I do have states as well, and that's what the parentheses here indicates, is I have like different regions of the map which are different states. So you have different towns in each state. So if we go to Mystic City, that's a different state of the map. And things are a little different in each state. So this is Mystic City. This has been around, this one's a bit newer than Towering Heights, but this has been around for probably since, want to say 2017, 2018 at this point. But this is the tower district basically over here, and as you can tell, I build a lot of towers, and usually they're all quite different from one another. Some of them are similar, but some of them are not. So you can see the aesthetics of this area are a little bit different. Use a lot more like with the signs. We use a dark oak. I believe that's what this is, right? Yeah, dark oak in place of the regular oak signs that we use in the other state. In fact, this state once again is Mangrove, as you could see on the teleport center. So if we go into the teleport center here, I don't have the parentheses here. So yeah, notice all locations are in Sungate unless noted. So if we go over here, you can see it's noted as Mangrove. These other ones are not. So that's basically the two states that are in here. You got Mangrove and Sungate. So right here is like the border. So these are like the official flags of Sungate, basically, or Mangrove rather. So Mangrove, and then this is Sungate. And like I said, this map is absolutely massive, so a lot to check out if you do want to check this out. But yeah, anyways, I think we will go back to Towering Heights and finish off the live stream there. So now we can play this song. And once again, this will end up on YouTube as well on my channel. Once again, link to that is in the chat. I do other videos on my channel as well. Recently, my two main series right now is Flight Sim Friday and then Minecraft Monday, which generally I've been doing a survival series. But right now, last week and this week, I've been doing this. But yeah, anyways, for those of you watching on YouTube, if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a thumbs up. But yeah, and for those of you watching on the live stream, I hope you've all enjoyed. Hopefully I didn't all bore you to death. I always feel like that's a tough thing for me to try not to do, especially with stuff like this. If you find it interesting, then yeah. I don't know what to say, I guess, but yeah, anyways, like I said, a lot of history to check out in this server. If you do want to join, let me know, and I can show you around. But yeah, anyways, once again, that is just about going to do it for this video / live stream. So hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you did, please, if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you leave a thumbs up. And of course, as always, I will see you all in the next video or live stream. More than likely video, but yeah. Anyways, I will see you all then. So, and like I said, thank you for all of you watching on or tuning into the live stream. Yeah. But anyways, one more time, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video or live stream.